Prisoner, White Wolf, Volume 3. Written by K. Matthew. Narrated by Hunter Millbrook. Prisoner. Richard awoke from the most restless night he had ever experienced. The small worn blanket that he had been sleeping on offered little padding on top of the cold stone floor of the cave. Not to mention that he had been near freezing all night since he was naked from the waist down. The men had taken what clothes they could from him the night before, and all he had been left with was his shirt, considering they couldn't take it off without removing the thick metal collar that kept him prisoner. "Morning, sunshine," Rufio said as he headed out of the den entrance. It looked like most of the other men had already left for the day, doing whatever it was that they did when they weren't busy abducting farm boys. Richard was surprised that he hadn't awoken sooner with the sounds of their movement. With Rufio gone, Richard was left alone with the second oldest man, whom he discovered was named Adam. Adam didn't seem to be in much of a hurry, sipping a mug of coffee as he sat with his back towards Richard. He hadn't even turned around to acknowledge that he was awake when Rufio had spoken to him. Richard briefly wondered if he could take the man. He was sitting close enough that Richard could reach him even with the chain keeping him tethered to the cave wall. Maybe Adam had a key on him to unlock Richard's restraints. It was certainly worth a shot. Slowly, Richard crawled towards Adam, but absent thought of the chain dragging behind him. The clanking noise sounded like an alarm, and Adam quickly turned on him. "You're not the brightest one, are you?" he huffed, taking a long sip of coffee. "I wasn't going to do anything," Richard said quickly as he fell back onto his bottom to sit with his legs crossed. "Sure you weren't. If you thought I had a key, you'd be mistaken. Jackson is the only one who can release you."
"Jackson? The one who fucked me last night?"
"That would be the one." Adam sounded completely not amused, feeling safe enough that Richard wasn't going to attack to turn back around.
"Where is everyone?"
Richard looked around the cave. "Hunting. Gathering."
"What happened the other night, when you changed? Does that happen often?"
"Only once a month, kind of like when a woman gets her period." Adam grunted at his own joke. "When the full moon rises, we shift."
"So if it just happens once a month, then why don't you live normal lives?"
"This is just the way that it is and always has been for centuries."
"And what about me? What do you need with me?"
"We told you last night. You'll become one of us. That's why all of this is necessary." Adam turned to face Richard finally. "I know that is hard to accept right now. You feel like you were abducted, and all that you can think about is getting away from us and going home. We've all been through it. Some have taken it better than others." Adam thought of Samuel and his quick induction into the group. "In the end, we all submit. There is no better place for you than with your own kind."
"So they did this to you too?"
Richard was a bit surprised. He couldn't believe that a group of loyal werewolves was formed by abducting men and forcing them to have anal sex with one another. Yes, it was a very long time ago.
"But I'm not one of you. I'm not a werewolf."
"You are now. Last night, when Jackson sprayed his seed inside of you, did you not feel it?" Richard thought about this for a moment. He had felt a lot of things. Fire, lust, uncertainty about his sexual orientation, but certainly nothing wolf-like.
"No, I didn't."
"To make a werewolf, the alpha has to impregnate you with his seed."
"You make me sound like a woman."